This is Damon Stevens with Wealth Builders, and today is Tuesday, November 16, 2021. This is stock market update for the trades of the day. So it looks like we're going to have another flat day today, but that doesn't mean there wasn't opportunities. Our watch list continues to provide opportunities here, and let's get into the chart so we can take a look and show you what's going on. So we're looking at the overall market. You can see the Dow Jones closed up 1.5%, NASDAQ up 0.76%, and S&P 500 up 0.39%. So, overall, pretty much flat, but a little bit up. So, we're making progress, very bullish momentum in the marketplace. And so that's good. Looking at our FANG stocks and overall market, you can see Microsoft and Apple did well, NVIDIA, Intel. So a lot of the technologies did well. Tesla, very bullish. Home Depot had great earnings, so they rallied up as well. And then you can see that Facebook, Google, Amazon, they're pretty well flat. You can see an overall mix in the financials as well. So overall, the market's pretty well mixed, as flat as it was. If you look at the world map as well, you can see that the world map, China was looking pretty strong today. But overall, for the overall market, you can see that there's still, kind of a mixed feeling in there. And a lot of it, when it's flat, you're going to see that mix of stocks are doing well and not. And you can see here, just like here in S&P 500, you see bear bull is pretty almost even. So just something to keep aware of as you're trading. As far as the tickers, not a lot of movement. A lot of these smaller stocks, I don't trade it around $1, $5. I'll usually just stick if I have a good short list and I see these at the scanners, I usually ignore them because when they bounce up and they're that small, a lot of times you don't get a trade. Maybe you get 50 cents, which is perfect. It's great. But if you have others that you're watching, a lot of times that's better. Looking at the earnings as well. Not a lot that I was watching for in the morning. Home Depot, like we talked about, that had a nice rally. Walmart rallied up and then it pulled back. So that was kind of interesting to see. But in the evening here, I really didn't have any that I was watching at the end of the day. Now, I am watching though, however, in the morning, Target, Baidu, Home, Lowe's, Billy, NVIDIA in the afternoon. So tomorrow's going to be a busier day. Thursday, busier day in regards to, the earnings. So definitely going to keep my eyes open for these in the morning and see what opportunities we can find out. So Tesla here, so you can see Tesla here on our chart continues to do well. You can see here that after that big pullback we had here, we flattened out here, consolidated, and then we had a nice little rally up, and now we're consolidating as well. So we, after hitting the high from today, basically 983, clear up to 157. So nice rally. But you see we're kind of flat, but even though we're flat, you can see, even the lows in the day, in the day, 1035 up to 1054. So you're still getting a good run between the numbers as well. So there's good opportunities here to scalp this in the day. But we did consolidate, got a run up, and another consolidation. So with this above all these moving averages, very well likely that we could start to soar back over. And if we can break this 1065 level here, we could rally up to, 1080 or even back up to 1100. So tomorrow might be another good rally if the market holds up for us to rally this up again. Looking at our RIVN, so we talked about this one as well. This one's new, and it just continues to just rocket up here. You can see here, we talked about this yesterday and yesterday's evening. This is on the short list, and you can see here, low here closing out towards the day, 138, high of 179. So this thing is just rocketing, even after hours. It continues to move. So going to keep an eye on this one, continue to ride this up. Looking at this, possibly to get close to that 200 level, possibly before a pullback here, based on the momentum we have right now. As long as it holds above all these moving averages, especially this 50 and this 100, more likely we're going to just continue to rally up. So we'll just take advantage of it as we can. MRAM, we talked about this as well. This was a multi-day trade and just continues to trend upwards. Now you can see that the channel is starting to get narrower. So the biggest concern I have here is this narrows out here probably within the next day here. We're probably going to either level off and go flat and then consolidate and then try to climb again, or we could pull back through this channel back in and somewhere down towards $12. So just something to keep in mind. If you haven't locked any profits yet, just keep that in mind. Bntx, again, we talked about this coming back on our list here as well after a long run for us. You can see here that the high today was 262.38, and we're down here at, we popped down to 255 towards the end of the day, and then we're back up to 258. So a little bit of a pullback, or a little bit of retracement. But you see here at the support level we had here at 256, we did hold that support and rally off. So that's a good sign that the bulls are still going to run this one. KLAC just continues to ramp up. Even with this pullback, it just ran right back up. So we're at 423 right now. So KLAC, just when I think it's going to possibly flatten out and maybe pull back a little bit, just continues to go. So been a really great stock. Nvidia still flat, still on our support line though, so still looking for some type of momentum to pull that back up and continue to run. So we'll keep it on there for now. AVGO just continues to grind slowly higher. But that's good. Nice bullish momentum. This one kind of pulled back a little bit and rested a little bit here. You can see they rally back up here, but it's still not real strong as far as the strength of it moving up. Shopify had this nice rally up here to highs and then pulled back. It did find resistance right on this 20, support on the 20, so that's good. We'll see if that can kind of bounce off there. We dropped below it and thought maybe this was going to be done, but it continues to rally up here, so looking good. Sorry about that warning. It just told me that Tesla just jumped again. So Amazon, bounced up here from 35 up to almost 36, and it's just kind of been choppy here. But you can see, you can grab, quite a bit of this. You had almost $100 move here, and you see during the day here, you're getting at least, $20 to $50 moves. So we're on the support line here, which is good to see that it's continued to hold that. That comes from back here, and even further. So you can see here that's a pretty major support line. So as long as we stay above this 35.40, we should be able to continue to rally this up. As far as government bonds is concerned, you can see here that we're back up at this resistance level here. So getting up there again, 164. So if we get over this 1706, I'm going to be a little concerned here that it could force a pullback here possibly. So we'll see how that goes, but just kind of keep an eye on that. VIX so far is a good place. So this is keeping the market rallying and continue to be strong. SPY just barely under a new high here today. At first I thought it pretty much blew through it and got above it, but looking at this wick here, it looks like it just barely missed it. So, but we are up the highs again. We'll just continue on. If we break this 470, 471, then we could rally up here to 474, 478. Would be where I'd expect a pullback of some sort again. Triple Qs, you can see triple Qs rallying back up towards highs again as well. So nice strong bullish momentum there. Semiconductor, same thing, rallying up. We got over that resistance line. So we're rallying back up towards new highs again as well. So if we get above that, next line is 308, 309 for semiconductors. Dow Jones rallying up right on the resistance line. So just closed right above it. So again, rallying up towards that 364.88. Financials still flat, right on that 20. Gold, it just, we're in one of those spots again where, gold's just resisting to get above this level here. So, pulled back clear down here to a support level here at 1850, just right on it. So, if it breaks below that tomorrow, we very well could come back into towards 830 again, 1830. So hopefully we can hold this and continue, just consolidate here for a little bit so we get some momentum to go back up. Silver pulled back as well. I'm not liking this. Again, we're back on the support level, so it could be very well we can start to pull back. off this 24.75 level down lower. So silver again back to showing weakness again. Bitcoin had a nice little drop today. So a lot of people started panicking a little bit about that, but we dropped down here to 58. But you see here, here's I don't have a line here. Well, I do have a line here, but let me move it up here a little bit so you can see. So here's a line of support, and I think I had it down here on this breakup candle. So I figured this would be better support down here if it came down here where this was a breakup into a new level. And you can see that we had one here too. So, but right now we're sitting below that. We're kind of like right in between. You can see here that we tapped the 50 and then pulled back up here. So Bitcoin, where's it going to go from here? Well, it pulled back up to 61,000, so that's good. That's going to save it. If it closed below there, very well below 58, we could have kept on going down. So looking to see if Bitcoin can hold this level. If it can, hopefully we can get support and start to rally back up here. I'm going to go ahead and move this line down just to the bottom of here. So you can see here that this is really the base right here. You see support with all these lines here. You can see all these candles hit on that support level. So it's probably a better line right there. And you can see that's exactly where it's at right now. We'll move this line up here to the top, that because now we have a big breakdown candle that we're going to have to go chase back up, hopefully. So if we can retrace this and get back up, that would be great. Getting back involved here, if you've taken profits above the 64,000 line, then the question would be, do you get back in once you get back above that? And that's for you to choose. But that's what I kind of look at is, if I get out of a stock, I can always get back in if it breaks that level again. But right now, Bitcoin, I'm not going to add anything new to Bitcoin. I have a little piece of it, and I'll continue to hold it there. Same with Ethereum. You see a nice big old pullback down to this 50, but it did bounce off and rally off of that. So that's important and good to see that it did that. And again, with Ethereum, same thing. I got a little piece of it, but I'm not going to add into it. We need to watch this and see if this it turns into a bear market. And you see here, typically after a few candle days, typically that's a good confirmation that you're in a bear market or heading towards one. You see here though, if you look at the back here, you can see here on this trend line, at least right here, you see that we had resistance here, pulled back, ran up here, found resistance again, we pulled back. Now here we pull back below, just above the 200. And so are we going to pull down that far? I don't know, but we could pull back to the 100 or maybe even to the 50 before rallying back up. So we'll see what it does. CRO. So we talked about CRO as well. This was a good weekend trade. Let me take this line off here. And so you can see here, right at this breakout area here that we came and found resistance on. Pulled up here, found resistance, pulled back, rallied up, found resistance again, pulled back, and then kind of blew right through it. You see, as we came back down, we came back and found support again right along through here. Dropped below it and needed to see if we're going to come down to 200, but it just popped right back up. And now we're above that resistance line, moving up towards this line here at 43.34. So we'll see if we can rally back up above here and break up towards going to highs again. Right now we're below a couple of moving averages, so we'll just wait for this to kind of play out here. I did get out of this up here, so waiting for it to really come back in, to get back in here and start to run this back up. But well, so far looking pretty good. But overall, the market, one thing I will show you, there's this site called Crypto Bubbles. And this is what I just leave on my screen, just so I can see overall how the market's doing. And as you can see on here, overall, if you're in crypto, the crypto market is pulling back across the board mostly. There's only a few that are kind of standing out, which is normal. It's normal for the stock market to do that as well. So just be careful out there. Make sure that you monitor and manage your profits. Don't let them go away. All of them go away, and decide what you're going to hold long term and what you're not. But this is a slight pullback. Nothing that I've seen big enough to get out. As long as our moving averages are holding, for me personally, I'm good to stay in this in the game. And here, like on CRO, we're right on that 100, so that's good. So I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't go below the 200. So that's our stocks. There's a short list for tomorrow. We'll watch the scanners tomorrow as well. It very well could be another flat day. This could be a flat week. So just something to be aware of. Of a holiday coming up here soon. People start going out of town. So keep in mind that this starting next week, it can start to get really light. The volumes are really light today too, especially in the SPY. So when you do that, things just kind of crawl, and you may not get a lot of action today in the market. So just be aware of that for the next few weeks, and stay safe out there. And we will talk tomorrow night and see how the day went.